If you are learning Google Earth Engine, you're probably seen two data types everywhere, feature collection and image collection. But many beginners struggle to understand what the real difference is. For example, why does Landsat data come as an image collection? Why are country boundaries stored as a feature collection? And why do some Earth Engine functions work for one but not the other? In this video, I'm going to clearly explain feature collection versus image collection, how they work, when to use each one of them, and show practical code examples in Google Earth Engine. By the end of this video, you will completely understand these two core Earth Engine data structures. So let's get started. So Google Earth Engine works with several different types of geospatial objects. The most common ones include image, feature, image collection, and feature collection. So to understand the difference between image collection and feature collection, we first need to understand the basic building blocks of these geospatial objects. So what is an image in Google Earth Engine? An image is made up of pixels. Like we have raster data is made up of pixels, where each pixel contains a value. So for example, we have the set imagery, we have temperature maps, we have elevation models, NDVI maps, and so on. For example, Landsat imagery contains multiple bands such as red, green, blue, near-infrared, and so on and so forth. So each band is stored as a pixel. So an Earth Engine image is essentially a multi-band raster dataset. So here, for example, I can show you here in the code for the image. If I just come here to my search bar and type in Landsat 8, or I can just paste in some image collection here for your case here. So I can just paste in Landsat 8. So if I do that, I click on the Landsat 8 here, and you can see here we have the image collection. So if I just copy this snippet, you can also do the same here, and you say this is an image collection, of course, by the way. If you want to print the image collection and then get to the image, you need to have the image collection first. So you can either choose to work with image collection or choose to work with image. So I'm showing you how to get the image from an image collection. So here you can say variable collection is equal to, then you paste this image collection. So after you do some filters, for example, if I would like to filter out by bounds, I'll say filter bounds like this, and then pass in an area of interest, and then maybe I filter out by date. So I'll say filter say dot filter date, and to filter date, of course, I want to filter from this kind of year like this up to the end of the year, 31st, like that. And then I can also filter out some of the clouds. So you say dot filter here, dot filter, then inside this function you pass in the filter method. So you say ee.filter, then you say dot less than, and the less than function is going to take in the cloud cover. So you say cloud underscore cover. So you cannot print out the whole image collection because it covers like the whole world, so it is quite heavy, and Google Earth Engine cannot process such kind of data. So you need to like filter out some of the things, so you remain with an image that you are supposed to work with. So for example, this is how I'm doing it to filter out. So if I have this, and then just come here and say print. So I say print, and I'm going to print the collection. If I print the collection like this, or we don't have the AOI, so I'll come here and select some of my shapefile here. So I'll save this as AOI, and then of course I'm going to run this. Collection is supposed to be collection like this. So click on run. Collection is not defined. Collection. Okay, so after that, you can see that when we print out the image collection, inside we have two elements. The list of features, we have two elements. If you click on that, you can see that we have two images. So these images have like an ID. If you just copy this image or this ID here, I'd like to enlarge this. So you can copy from here all these up to the beginning. So you can use this as an image instead of an image collection. So an image collection is a collection of single images, while an image is just a single image. So instead of using filter using image collection, you can just say var image, then you say ee.image, and then you pass in the ID for the image. So if you print out, you will only get a single image. So if you say print image like this, you're only going to get a single image as we have it here. So you can see this, it has the same ID for an image. Okay, so let's look at the feature collection. So before the feature collection, of course, we would like also to understand what is a feature. So a feature represents a vector object. Vector data is made up of geometry such as points, lines, and polygons. But a feature is more than just geometry. So it also contains attributes or properties. That is what makes a feature collection. So example, you can have a city as a feature, but that city also has some other attributes like name, population, country, and whatever the feature could be. A feature is basically geometry plus attributes. So now let's move to the feature collection. A feature collection is simply a collection of many features. Think of it like a table of vector data. It is similar to a shapefile or a GeoJSON dataset. For example, a feature collection could contain all countries in the world, all rivers in Africa, all cities in the world, training samples for classification. Each row in the dataset is a feature. So all together they form a feature collection. For example, here you can get a feature collection. So here you go to your search bar. Here you can type in some of the boundaries. So you can say file admin like this, and then you can import some of the feature collection here. But since I have my own AOI here, I can just say variable feature collection. Feature collection is equal to ee.feature collection, supposed to be caps, feature collection, and then you pass in your feature collection as AOI. So if now you print out the feature collection, if you print out the feature collection as this, then you click on run, you can see here it produces a feature collection, and this feature collection has columns or attributes. You can see we have the attributes of this feature collection. So the dataset here only shows us that we have a feature collection with several attributes. So key characteristics for feature collection is basically the administrative boundaries, roads, rivers, land parcels, sampling points, training datasets for machine learning, and so on. And some of the operations that are used in Google Ad Engine for feature collections, of course, you can see we have filters, we have the EE feature collection, select properties, mapping functions, spatial joins, aggregations, and so on and so forth. So of course, we have spoken about the image collection, which is a collection of images and usually represents data captured at different times. So this makes image collections extremely useful for time series analysis. For example, we have Landsat 8, which contains thousands of images captured over many years. Each satellite scene is a separate image. So that's the difference between image collection and feature collections. I hope you've learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.